Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stellos Stadium in Nashua. We are moments away from the start of the girls' lacrosse game, South versus North, the second game of a doubleheader that we are bringing you on Nashua's ETV 99, also online in Roku and Apple TV. It is a beautiful late evening here, April 25 of 2022. It was a cloudy and almost a chilly start to the boys' game, and then the sun came out strong.
Yeah, they came out strong just like the South boys did.
Yes.
Yeah, 16 to 6 win. And this game could be, break up the Panthers is what I've been saying all spring, because they do the stick measurements. They do this more in girls than they do in guys. So it's a different game, John. For those of you at home who watch the boys' game and haven't seen too much lacrosse, and for you, I got to re-educate you every year. It's a track meet with sticks. That's what girls' lacrosse is, a track meet with sticks. They run and run. Run up and down, run up and down. You want to get in shape?
Girls lacrosse.
Get a wig and play girls' lacrosse, John.
Tom mentioned in the running time that only stops for goals, so even though 25-minute halves add up to 50 minutes, and you got the boys playing 4 12-minute quarters, it usually means that the boys actually do play a little more, Tom, actually game time.
Yeah, usually it
Works out like
depends.
that.
It didn't today because of the fact that there was running time in the second half.
16 to 6, the Nashua High South boys beat North in the opening game of this doubleheader.
But Nashua South girls have been very strong. North girls, they had a tough weekend. They lost 11-10 at Keene, and they lost to Merrimack in a one-sided affair. So
12 to 4,
yeah,
good memory.
They've struggled, back-to-back losses.
Yeah.
And now they have to play a rivalry game that is against a South girls team that is probably off to its best start ever, or one of its best starts ever.
I have them at 6-0, and the most goals they've given up in a game, 7 to Londonderry. That was a great game, huh? 9 to 7. They beat the Lancers.
9-7 win over the Lancers, but check out the other games that have been all one-sided, double-digit scores.
A couple of 17 to 1 scores over Keene, Monadnock, and Memorial West, two combined teams there. And they also beat Concord twice, right? They played them
back-to-back days,
home and away.
Last Thursday and Friday.
Wow. So, yes, on paper again, the same, similar to the boys' game. The South girls lacrosse team, they're also the favorites going into this rivalry game.
Yeah, they
tonight.
are. Yeah, and again, let's take a look. Take a look at the numbers. Look at the huddle on North, and then look at the numbers in South's huddle.
It's a mirror image of the boys'
It is.
difficulty in attracting players, right?
Yep, no doubt about it. And that's something that they'll have to admit. Although, again, I talking to Kristen Cernuda before the start of Kristen Peterson before the start of the game, or not before the start of the game, before the start of the season. She's got some younger players that, can feed, can help the program grow,
That's good.
with her feeders. So and she's got some returning players. So, Kara Seiss, I believe she's number 11 in your program. She is one of the players to watch for Nashua North. She is probably she's probably their best scorer. At least she has been the last couple of years and early this season. But we're ready to go. Now you'll see the difference in the draw. It's not a face-off on the ground. They flip the ball up in the air. Now watch. Okay, they flip the ball up in the air, and then it's, let's see who can control it, which direction they want to control it in.
Yeah, the secondary players play a big role, as you just saw.
Right, and there's the draw right there for Nashua South.
They're off to the races straight from point
right
A
away
to point B. Goal. No question what the game plan was there. Marin Lowell races down the middle of the field, a 50-yard sprint, and deposits it over the top of the North goaltender. I couldn't
see the number of the son. What number was she?
She was 10.
10, and there you go.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Yep.
Track meet with sticks. Run up
Tens
and
have
down.
been the number. We had Gila Fleur night last night, and we had Nathan Campbell go crazy with goals today.
Yep.
And now the first goal of the game, only 12 seconds in?
Yep.
Marin Lowell, number 10 for South, who's got the ball again. Great job on the face-off there by Ella Ben-Zekri. One of several star players that Tom has pointed out will have a major impact on this, no doubt.
Yeah, this is a good team. I mean, they're.
There's a reason they're undefeated.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Yeah.
Been a good lacrosse spring at South.
And they're going for a quick 2-0 lead, and they got it. A nice feed. You got 2-4, and in the goal, it's assist from Isabella Walsh to the goal scorer, Madeline Mataluski. 2-0 South, and we are not yet a minute into the game.
Now let's contrast that with the game I saw on Friday with Girton Sauhegan. Sauhegan kept them off the board for 11 minutes to start the game.
Remarkable.
That is.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
They must have game planned some strong defense.
No, there's the draw. They won the
Yeah,
draw.
okay.
But they also they scored on their first possession, won the draw again, and kept Girton, at bay defensively. But then the floodgates opened.
18-8 final, right?
7-1 in a matter of after that. After Girton scored their first goal, it was like opening a faucet.
Wow.
Here, the faucet's been open right from the start for South. Look at that fast break attempt. They want to get a pass all the way down.
And behind the net it goes.
Yeah, instead they'll set up.
South looking for that third goal. Marin Lowell, who scored, opening the game, a 50-yard
because they
sprint.
won't always come as easy as they did the first two goals. So, but John, look at the reserves for North.
Yeah, in front, prime scoring spot, and a goal. Number 7 for South, Morgan Uzdanovich. And Morgan was the recipient of a perfect pass in the slot, and really no chance for the North netminder, who I believe is Elliot Brown, number 52. She looks cold. She's kicking her feet there in the shadows.
She's ready to play.
Yeah, okay.
She's out there
She
ready
probably
to
just
play.
got the adrenaline flow.
Well, she's trying to move around a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Goaltenders are mostly just got to stand
Here's another
still.
draw. See, look at the draw
Under
controls.
siege, yeah. And so right back down the field, Marin Lowell. She dishes it to the
nice pass. Look at that pass, almost. It was had the right idea, just went off her stick.
So the whistle goes in favor of North. They get possession. And down the field, a steal. Nicely done by Ella Ben-Zekri. She takes it away, and she comes near side to set up. Nice net-to-net pass there for Caitlin West, number 11. Inside to Isabella Walsh. Walsh spin move.
Dodge on the dodge, and wasn't able to.
Yeah, good defense that time by Jessica Peck-Buzek, number 23.
Titans playing tough, and they get a steal possibly here as the
Loose
ground
ball.
ball. It's all about ground ball pickups, John.
Yeah, Peck-Buzek gets over there. I thought she was going to scoop it up.
Yeah,
but
North cannot get it.
Marin Lowell.
South maintains possession.
Nice dump. Idea, but it ends up on the stick
That's twice they've tried to go
Brown.
down low with a pass, and it's been too high. And this time they lose possession as the Titans will try to work their way out of the zone. But that's easier said than done, as South is very, very tough, tenaciously on defense to try to get that ball back.
Jessica Peck-Buzek split some some opposing players there, and they actually bodied her, which is against the rules. That the whistle went in favor of North.
Right, no contact. Not a contact game. Although I saw a lot of contact at BG Sauhegan.
Yeah, it's probably really difficult to avoid it in some circumstances.
Well, with the sticks especially, because you
Yeah.
get clunked on the head or clunked here and there, and it happens.
Even if you don't intend to body somebody and body check them, you have to race to get in position a lot of times. There you saw some stick work up high, but they let them play as North regains possession. Nice spin move there by the Titans' Rachel Gauthier.
Nice idea with the pass, and they got it as the ground ball is picked up by North.
Kimberly Burgos, number 5, picked it up, and she feeds it back to Meadow Turmel, senior, sprinting far sideline. South doing a good job of pushing the Titans' ball carriers wide of the net. No real scoring opportunity to speak of at all yet for the Titans, who trail this one 3-0. 5 minutes in. North trying to work a shot. A triple team there on the ball carrier.
Good defense by the Panthers as they converge. You're right. They triple team and cut off the break, and there's the steal.
And they create a turnover with that good defense.
And a nice pass upfield.
Trying
look at this.
to maintain possession on the move. That's
tricky.
You
got to get that. Yeah, you got to make that crisper. That's something they'll work on.
Morgan Zdanovich, and she feeds it up ahead.
What a great pass.
Ella Ben-Zekri scores the 4th goal of the game for the Panthers, who are off to the races here in their intra-city rival against North. We are just over 5 minutes in, and it's a 4-0 advantage. The key play there, the assist from Morgan Zdanovich. Number 7, and she found Ella Ben-Zekri a few steps ahead of her, and really no chance there for Ellie Brown, the goaltender, once again. So the clock stops momentarily.
More than momentarily, as they got to get. I think a draw takes about, once you sub in and sub out, takes about a minute, 2 minutes. And they'll blow the whistle, flip it up in the air, draw control, and South has it again.
So
it's all about the draw offensively.
Yeah, possession more than 9/10 in lacrosse, as we were talking about in that boys game where the boys from South won nearly every draw. I think North only won about 2 or 3.
Yep.
So no real pressure on the ball here.
Talking to Matt Muser after, he said they lost the battle in ground balls. That's where they lost the game.
Yeah.
Pick up ground balls. That'll give you more possessions.
Sure. Those really should be at least 50-50.
Look at this. Right on top.
And an easy goal.
Oh, my God.
Unfortunately.
Like a layup.
Yeah, no real pressure on the ball handler and scorer, Caitlin West. And she can score even on the best defenses.
Well, she's a scorer, John. She was a scorer in field hockey, and she's a scorer in lacrosse. But she doesn't have to be the scorer in this sport. There's plenty who can do it. In field hockey, she was the one.
Yes. Saw her score a hat trick at least once, didn't we?
Yeah, 5-0. Yeah, more than that.
Yeah.
5-0 in 6 minutes in, just about. And another player hits the deck for North, loses the ball, and it comes South.
Yeah, this is Madison Berthiaume, number 5. We have a stick violation against the Titans, so that gets whistled, and the player that committed the violation has to go behind the ball carrier. Madison Berthiaume with space, sprinting down the hash. Finally runs into some defenders before she dishes it to Caitlin West. West behind the net has Isabella Walsh with her. She wants to give it to her, and she does. Isabella Walsh has it. Looking to pass it around the perimeter as the Panthers continue to dominate.
Yeah, they're going to work on different things. I think this is a lot like, talking to Bill Munson after the boys game. He said our goal, in that game was to get as many people involved as possible. I think that's what South's going to try to do. But look at this. She's going to go right down low.
A lot of space. Goal.
Score. What a pass. No,
save. Sorry. Ellie Brown saved it.
But it was a great pass.
Yeah, you see Caitlin West inside with that kind of an opportunity, you automatically
assume, right.
Yeah, but Ellie Brown, the save of the game.
Yep, that was.
And double teamed. You don't see this too often.
Yeah, you do sometimes. The goalie will be double teamed.
You can't hit my goalie in hockey or lacrosse, Tom.
Goalie tries to do something. Well, you can when they come out.
Yeah, exactly.
Shot.
Well, and it's in.
Yep.
Oh.
Didn't see who took it.
Number 4 took it, I believe, number 4. Madeline Madalewski's got 2. Our cameraman Tim O'Neill once again here at Stello Stadium. It's game 2 of a doubleheader. The Nashua High girls and South and North teams going at it, and the boys were earlier. Girls from North entering the game with a 2-4 record. They pretty much made hay in Manchester. The Memorial and West combined teams, and Central, they beat them.
You got to combine a team. You know that the numbers are low at both schools, so you know that you might have a chance there with a co-op in a big city like Manchester. But Manchester's been down. I mean, look, we did a couple of lacrosse games last year with them. They're not really a big, known for lacrosse. Although they have the facilities now with turf on most of their fields, so.
Good face-off win there for
Nice
South.
pass.
Teamwork and
what a
goal.
Pass.
Yeah, great pass from behind. I think the pass was from Abby Roy, number 3.
And who got that goal?
And the same person that took the face-off and won it got the goal. Soleil Dubois, number 12.
Yep.
I think 4 or 5 teammates touched the ball after she won the face-off, and she went down the middle, put herself in position to score, received that great pass, and put some nice bookends on that. Wins the face-off, scores the goal. Titans desperately trying to win a draw here, and they can't. Teamwork again between Soleil Dubois.
By my count, John, they've had 1 offensive possession.
That's it.
Game. This is West.
Caitlin West, who interestingly didn't cut in front of the goal there. Looked like she had a lane. She sets up her office is behind the goal now. Caitlin West, number 11, in front, shot, save, made by Ellie Brown.
Nice save.
Good position and fearless. It could have been a slam dunk there for the Panthers. Instead, Titans possession.
You know one thing we haven't seen in this game?
A penalty?
The restarts. Yeah.
Oh, restarts.
Yeah, the restarts.
Yeah.
We haven't seen many at all. That's because it's been you said a penalty. It's been a clean game. They haven't had many whistles blown.
Just a couple violations.
Yeah, they're letting them play.
They're
letting them play.
I'm moving with the players, and I just almost
This is Kara Seitz right here, number 11. She's a strong player, can run up and down the field, and she knows her way to the net, and she's going to have a restart right here.
Oh, yeah.
So sure enough, as soon
you asked for it, and you got it.
You asked for it, you got it. And here she goes.
Prime scoring spot, and she does it. Nicely done by North's number 11, Kira Seitz. Player to watch, Tom pointed out earlier.
All right, John, on that stoppage and play, down I go to shoot some still pictures. I'll be back up for the second half.
Very good, Tom King. 7-1 advantage right now for South, but North is on the board with that goal by Kira on the restart. Kind of a set play equivalent, as you might see in soccer with a penalty kick or a corner kick. She went low with it. Man, it was some rare action for the South defense and their goaltender. Number 5, Madison Berthiaume. South with it. Marin Lowell scored a goal 12 seconds into the game, number 10. And she dishes to Abby Roy. Behind the goal it goes. Caitlin West strolling to her left, looking for an open teammate, cutting toward the middle. Very well covered was Ella Ben-Zekri. Good defense by North. Loose ball. Who's got it? Player hits the deck. They see some kind of a violation there against the defense. It's going to be a reset for Marin Lowell. 15 yards away from the goal crease with a clear view of Ellie Brown. She shoots it and scores. She faked low or waist high and went up in the top of the netting with it. Good execution there by Marin Lowell, number 10. Scored her second goal of the game. South has 8. 8-1. 15 minutes even left to go in the first half. We've played 10 minutes here at Stellos. North on the attack now, looking for that second goal if they can get a chance, but instead Ella Ben-Zekri breaks it up, steals, and on the move throws it laterally. Difficult chance for Nevea Eppolito. Nevea Eppolito collects it, number 19. She hands it off to Abby Roy. Caitlin West gets it. Just where they want it, in the hands of Caitlin West behind the goal. Back out top to Ella Ben-Zekri. Bounce pass, a bobble by Kylie Daw, but nobody really to bother her as she picks up the loose ball. I'm not sure if she reached down and picked up a mouth guard there or something in the middle of the play, but a nice pass and an even better save by Ellie Brown. She was ready for that one-timer in close, but the Panthers still have it, trying to add to their 8-1 lead. First half of the girls' game. Second half of our doubleheader, the boys won earlier. The South did over North by 10 goals, 16-6. Excuse me. South with it, and the shot is saved. Still starting to recover from Saturday. Caitlin West has it. Looking for a teammate to pass to. Sage Devons is number 16. Kylie Daw has it and swings it over to Marin Lowell. Ella Ben-Zekri behind the goal to Caitlin West. Some impressive passing here without a bobble, as nearly everybody gets a touch. Titans desperate to try to get in the passing lane here. Ben-Zekri goal on the feed from Caitlin West behind the net. And it was just a matter of time, it felt like, before South was going to score on that possession. There's too much pressure on the Titans defense. They're going to call timeout and talk about it. So timeout North will stop the clock at 12:29. On the scoreboard it says first quarter, but it's really the first half. 2 25-minute halves in high school girls lacrosse. So North lost the first 2 games of their season at Dover and home against Concord, but then they beat the 2 Manchester teams 13-9 and 14-4 before a really hard-fought, tough loss at Keene. That was 4 days ago on Thursday, the 21st. They traveled to the Monadnock region and lost by 1 goal, 11-10. So that was obviously a battle. And then they took a bit of a beating at Merrimack, 12-4 before this game. That Merrimack game was on Friday. Back-to-back days they played at Keene and at Merrimack before getting the weekend to rest up for this. It is school vacation week in New Hampshire, so some unusual times appearing on the schedule this week, including the North girls playing at 10 a.m. against Salem on, what day is that going to be? That's Wednesday of this week. Girls having a 10 a.m. game against the Blue Devils. That's here. actually. Stellos. So Salem's got to get up early and get down Route 111. The South team, it's been stellar to begin the season. They beat that Keene team 17-1. They handled Memorial the same, 17-1. 17 more goals here at Stellos against the Salem Blue Devils on April 16th. And then the Panthers had their toughest challenge of the young season so far at Stellos here on the 18th against Londonderry, a 9-7 victory. And they did a home-and-home series against the Concord Crimson, and they won both, 13-5 here at Stellos, and then 16-7 up at Concord on Friday. So, had the weekend to rest up for this intra-city rivalry game. 9-1. The Titans have been able to talk some strategy and get a breather, but the task is still difficult as play resumes here, and that's to try to win a face-off against Ella Benzekri, number 14 in the white uniform, up against North's number 3, Summer St. Pierre. Loose ball, nearly a chance there for the Titans. I think they're going to get this on the whistle. So great job by Summer St. Pierre to win the faceoff, and she's sprinting down the middle. She gets stick checked and knocked to the turf, and that's going to be a restart. And I think Summer is going to have a chance to spring something on South right here. 12 minutes to go in the half, and a chance for their second goal. Summer St. Pierre won the faceoff. Can she also score the goal? Shot, goal! And yes, sirree. Summer St. Pierre, class of 2024, makes her a sophomore star for the moment here for the Nashua High North Titans, who now trail 9-2, getting their second goal of the game right there. Can't score a goal if you don't win the faceoff and win possession, and Summer St. Pierre fighting the odds here, and a very good player in Ella Benzekri was able to do that. So she has to go back to square one here, try to do it again. Benzekri, you know, determined to win this one. Ball pops in the air, and in on the run, on the fly, Marin Lowell gets it. And back to Caitlin West behind the goal. A little bit of a flub there. Whose ball is it? It is going to be North. So a turnover by the Panthers. And an errant pass, dangerous pass, finds its way to the goalie. Ellie Brown flicks it on ahead. And Summer St. Pierre, drawing a crowd of 4, Panthers able to find an open teammate. Great job by Summer. And here's a sprint down the left hash by Ann McIntosh. McIntosh, number 7, she's in close, being bodied away by the defender. Bailey Carroll, number 22, did a good job not letting McIntosh get a shot away from in close. Bryn Teft is number 24 for the Titans. And she hands off to Nevea Eppolito. Nevea lost it on the turf, scooped up. The Panthers with a key turnover right there as they were faced with the best momentum swing of the game in favor of the Titans, and they found a way to break that up with the steal. Going into their set offense again. Here go the Panthers. Number 17 for South is Adriana Pasquale, in where the spot where Caitlin West often sets up. There's a bobble. Kylie Daw recovers. Number 9 for the Panthers, looking for an open shooting lane. We're under 10 minutes to go now in the first half. 9-2. The Panthers trying to go double digits here. Marin Lowell scored the goals, the first goal of the game, 12 seconds in off her face-off win. Number 10. Gives it to Ben Zechary. Ella throws it to the left. Kylie Daw looking for an open teammate. Kylie backing away. Throws it in the middle. Some space to work with. The shot and the goal. While these Panthers know just what to do with it when they get that ball in the prime scoring space, Marin Lowell over the top of the right shoulder of Ellie Brown for goal number 10 for the Panthers. They are up 10-2 with 9:20 to go in the first half. A beautiful Monday evening, April 25 of 2022 here at Stellos Stadium on the banks of the Nashua River. It has been a afternoon and now evening dominated by South Lacrosse. Both the boys and girls teams off to fantastic starts this season. You know, some tough teams await down the road, namely the ones that wear yellow and gold and green. Bishop Girton thinking about their boys and girls teams. Of course, always juggernauts in New Hampshire Division I. 9 minutes even to go in the first half. A missed pass there for the Titans, and the Panthers trying to capitalize. Players jockeying for position, and the whistle goes against the team in white, the Panthers. There's a steal. Getting in the passing lane, anticipating it. Sage Devens, number 16, has it. Sage in close, shoots, and it bounces over Ellie Brown. She might have got a piece of it as it went over her head. It is the Titans' ball, I believe. They were closest to where it went out. Taking an advanced peek ahead at the schedule. When will South play Bishop Girton? They won't, says here. Interesting. Not on the schedule that I can see. I fully expected to look down and see what date were they playing, but Nashua North girls and Nashua South girls not scheduled to play BG. Near sideline sprint here. Good spin move. The bouncer's too tough to handle, though, so it's anybody's ball now, and the Panthers scoop it up. Soleil Dubois, number 12, gets it back to her backline defenders. Jenna Hamlin, number 13, to Bryn Tepp, number 24. In the middle, great opportunity and execution. And another goal for the Panthers, this one by number 16, Sage Devens, a freshman, class of 2025. Taking another look at that, 2025. (11-2). The Panthers comfortably atop the scoreboard here with 7 minutes and change to go in the first half. The offensive pressure just too much for a Titan team that is outmanned because they don't have a lot of reserves. That's going to force most of the starters to go the distance. Trying to go the distance from her end of the field to the Titan side. South's Madison Berthiaume has the ball knocked away from her. Goaltender for South is Audrey Mullaney. Another goalie will be Kira Walsh, number 52. They probably will both get some time in this one. Officials are calling for another ball to be substituted in. I'm in favor of that one. It looks to be brighter colored, easier to see. So it'll be South possession on the far sideline when we resume. And we do now. Stick battle for possession between North's Ann McIntosh and South's Abby Roy. Abby throws it into a crowd. The Titans steal. Samantha Byrne being chased by 4 Panthers. Number 14 for the Titans, looking for a teammate to pass it to. She actually got stick checked. So that's a violation against South. One of the defenders on that play, Morgan Zdanovich, got whistled. So on the restart, a loss. She was looking to pass it, and it just slipped out of her possession. So South on the attack once again. Down the middle of the field they go. Looking to shoot maybe is Madison Berthiaume. She lost the handle though, and scooping up the loose ball is Karina O'Donnell, number 8 for the South Panthers. She reverses direction and back up top it comes. Madison Berthiaume hands it off. Getting in the passing lane though was North's Carly Sweeney. And McIntosh, number 7, was the player that broke up that pass. But South retains possession. 5:40 to go. South leading 11-2. Chance to make it an even dozen right here if they can score once again. Caitlin West. No, it's not her in the game. It's number 17, Adriana Pasquale, that is in that spot. Kind of a captain of the defense right now. Offense behind the net. Spreading the defense out is what the Panthers are doing as they take spots around the perimeter surrounding the goal and goaltender Ellie Brown. Back up top it comes. That's Adriana Pasquale. Hands it to Madison Berthiaume. It's been a while since somebody took a shot on goal. Karina O'Donnell with it. And she's going to pass it directly behind the net. Maisie, that's 16, not 6. Sage Devens has it, looking for a teammate to pass to. Sage in front, and a difficult pass doesn't find its way to the intended recipient. It's on the turf. Loose ball, who's going to get it? Good job by Ann McIntosh to gain possession. She got fouled, so Ann has it on the restart. Flings it to Summer St. Pierre. One of the highlights of the North match so far, the face-off win and the goal by Summer. She has broken it up, and it's a loose ball fought for. Titans get it back. Summer St. Pierre cuts to the left, puts the brakes on, back to the right, looking for an open teammate. Stolen. South gets in the passing lane. Good anticipation by South's Bryn Teft, number 24 for the steal, and a swing of momentum here as the Panthers come back down looking for that 12th goal. 3.5 minutes to go first half. Bryn Teft almost had a great scoring chance but lost the handle, and the Titans' Ann McIntosh comes sprinting away with it. Runs into a wall of defenders, throws it on ahead. It's anybody's ball once again as it goes through a bunch of pairs of legs like a rugby scrum, and the Panthers come away with it. Long sprint here for Solile Dubois. She runs into a defender, dishes it on ahead to Adriana Pasquale. Pasquale passes it in front. That would have been an easy put-away goal for Morgan Zdanovich, but not able to collect. And sprinting out of her goal, Ellie Brown. Her outlet pass up the sideline, intercepted by Adriana Pasquale. Adriana slowing it down a little bit as players on both teams catch their breath just for a moment, though. There's a attack from behind and kind of a whiff there. There was an opportunity, I think, for North to find one of the offensive players napping. Instead, South continues to pass around the perimeter. Karina O'Donnell, number 8, directing traffic. She sprints to the right, puts the brakes on, back to the left. Looking for a teammate to sprint into that open space. You see it in the middle, right in front of Ellie Brown, where it is prime scoring territory. Here's another cutter. Bryn Teft looking for it, but it's a bounce pass. Difficult handle for Abby Roy. She's going to track it down. South patiently passing on this possession, not rushing a shot by any means. They've taken about a full minute off the clock in this one possession. Behind the net it goes. 1:30 to go in the first half. Out in front, good pass, good shot, and a goal. Goal scored by Karina O'Donnell on the assist by Adriana Pasquale. Nice teamwork by the Panthers right there. They were very patient. The pressure just wouldn't go away for Ellie Brown. North's goaltender has been under siege from the beginning just about. It is 12-2. South leads it. These two teams are scheduled to play each other again this season on May 5th. North will hope for a better first half when that game comes around. 45 seconds to go in the first half. South has a chance to score again before the buzzer sounds for halftime. Pass to the left. Fleeting opportunity there for Abby Roy, number 3. North's defense scoops it up. This is Jessica Peck-Buzek, who was trying to gain ground down the far sideline, but the ball was taken away from her by Sage Devons, number 16 of South. Adriana Pasquale trying to do what she just did moments ago and set somebody up for an easy goal in front. That will do it. South does not get a shot away in the final 45 seconds. And we go to halftime. South girls lacrosse team decidedly out in front, 12-2. We shall see if North can make a dent in this deficit when play resumes. John Collins with Tom King. We're at Stellos, and we'll come back with the second half and conclusion of our lacrosse doubleheader right after this break.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Welcome back to Stellos Stadium in Nashua. John Collins with Tom King. Our cameraman is Tim O'Neill. Nashua ETV Channel 99, also streaming this game online and on Roku and Apple TV. A 12-2 advantage for Nashua High South girls in the first half as we put a fresh 25 minutes up. Very similar to what happened in the boys' game. The South boys dominant in time of possession, face-offs, and goal scoring. So we'll see if the Titans can continue to have some success against Ella Benzekri, the excellent face-off taker for Nashua High South. One of the reasons why the Panthers are 6-0. And she's feeling a little chilly down there. You can see Ella rubbing at her arms a little bit and shuffling her feet to get ready for action. I'm sure they'll warm up pretty quick once they're all sprinting and making their way around the field. Face off on the center dot, and she's just good at that.
As I'm back up here in the booth rather than sitting outside,
right?
You can tell that's what, because it's chilly out.
Ella Ben-Zekri off the face-off win still has it, and she dishes it off.
Oh, it's a 10-goal lead. I believe that's running time in girls. It's not 12 in girls. It's 12 in boys, but I believe it's 10 in girls.
Caitlin West has it. Caitlin West took some time off during the first half.
I'll tell you what, they played a lot of people later on, in the second half. But we don't hear it up here. There is a lot of communication going on down there. Is communication mainly defensively by the defensive team? I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. That's the refrain that you hear a lot down on the field. And, once in a while the offense will, gesture or make a couple of, key, signs or words. But normally they don't want to give away anything. So, it's the defense that does a lot of the talking.
Interesting. I guess the offensive players don't want to give away their next
they don't
move.
want. But I'll tell you what, though, the one I'll tell you the word in a second. The one word you hear often, cutter. All right? Because that's
who's saying that?
North defense, because that's what South is doing. They're
Yeah.
cutting.
They're looking for a cutter right
They're
now.
looking for a cutter to go, and there they are right
Marin
there.
Lowell is the cutter in this case, number 10. And
now
there goes Ella Ben-Zekri.
Zachary will cut.
Oh, that was a missed opportunity
Yeah, it
right
was.
there. She had 2 steps on the defender.
Right.
Now the next cutter, wow, they just
so they just
sending
keep
a
cutting.
series.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And you see that open space in the middle. That's the prime scoring spot they're trying to reach with that cutter. But wise to it, North's doing a good job at defending the cutter. And so just holding it
Well,
is
that's the communication.
Caitlin West.
They're yelling, who's got cutter? Cutter. They'll keep. There it is, all alone. Look at that.
Goal. And there was that one lapse finally.
All alone in front of the net. It's very difficult if you run a good motion offense like that.
Yeah, that's such a high percentage shot.
That
Marin Lowell with her 3rd goal, number
11,
10.
Number 10. I think it was number 11 that scored that. I'm not sure. Was it? No, you're right. It was 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she had tried to cut through, I think, 2 or 3 times before Caitlin West gave her that nice pass.
And they are running the clock. See?
Yes,
Clock is running.
It's rolling here as we get set up for this next goal. So we're at the 20. We're already 3 minutes into the second half. 13-2. That's the first goal of the second half. It took 3 minutes off the clock. Face off. Ella Ben-Zekri. What do we have?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what.
A redo.
You saw a couple of scrums down here in front of the sideline, late in the first half. There were some scrums. If that was Girton, limbs would have been lost.
Wow.
Limbs would have been lost.
I have to say, you have me intrigued. I need to see this.
Oh, you got to see it. Oh, it's unbelievable. The tenacity of defense was incredible. Right here, something like this, forget it. Forget it. You're going to lose your head.
Wow. Well, there were a lot of whistles?
They let him do it.
Oh, they're letting them play.
They let him play. There were a lot of whistles, but for minor stuff, but defensive tenacity, they let him do it. See, right there, that's the kind of play they would make where they just push her, she just willed the ball off the stick.
Yeah. So they push you and push the envelope of what they can get
They
away
don't
with,
just
right?
push you, they whack you.
Ella Ben-Zekri's got possession, she's got space, and she's got ideas about
look at
scoring.
this, wide open.
Oh, 5-hole.
He just beat her right down the field.
That's it.
That was number 2, I
The
think.
track meet that you talked about. It was Isabella Walsh with the goal, number 2, senior attacker, and on the great feed after the sprint by Ella Ben-Zekri.
This thing is just getting out of hand.
Yeah, it is.
Which is a shame for the rivalry. It really is. You'd like to see them on more even footing.
Right.
I thought North's goalies played a tremendous first half. She's left twice with players alone on her doorstep.
Face off at midfield. I think it's still Ella Ben-Zekri taking it for the Panthers, and redo. Summer St. Pierre did have a face-off win that led directly to North's 2nd goal. She's trying to repeat that performance, but she's up against a tough player in Ella Ben-Zekri. who's probably determined not to lose another faceoff. And she slings that one directly to Marin Lowell. The return pass gets away. Ella's going to track it down unperturbed by any defenders. Trying to create some space inside. Great pass. The low shot is blocked by the defender. Jessica Peck-Buzek got in the way for the Titans.
I'll tell you this after the next goal, because that was a low shot.
I think you got some time here as they go around the perimeter.
But Munson told we watched Campbell in that first game, right? Scored 6 goals.
Yes, Nathan Campbell.
What Munson told me is I guess the word it would be endearing to a lacrosse purist with Campbell is he uses a shot that is out of vogue right now. Not many people use it anymore, and it's a traditional old-time lacrosse shot. And we saw it, and we commented on it. The bouncer.
Long bouncer.
The long
sometimes.
bounce.
Yeah.
Yep. He said that's his shot. This is the overhand bounce.
So, yeah, you could tell with purpose and something that the other players really don't do.
Yeah, and so the goalie doesn't see it very often, doesn't know how to defend against. See, look at this now. See, they're waiting for the cut.
Yeah, and I don't know.
This is almost like
space.
This is almost like a scrimmage for South right now. I don't want to disrespect North, but this is what they're doing. They're working on.
Oh, here comes the wraparound.
They're working on the wraparounds. Did that go in? It did. It was on by accident.
Well,
you think she really was shooting it? I thought she was having trouble getting control of the ball and just kind of whacked at it.
I don't think she was expecting to score.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
She was definitely shooting it that way.
Was that Marin Lowell, or was it number?
It was number 11, I believe.
It was
right?
11. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was Caitlin West. She came out from behind the goal. She usually assists everybody else, or she has done that a lot. I mean, she can score too. But yeah, I think to Tim's observation, she did kind of a trick shot from the ground up, almost like it was a
backhand,
a fake ground ball that she scooped and backhanded from the bottom up and caught the goalie unaware.
Tim O'Neill sees all.
Yes. So it's 15-2 in favor of South after that goal by Caitlin West. A steal. Panthers back on the attack.
Let's see what they work on here.
Their favorite go-to
well,
set
they spread the offense out. You can see it spread out. They don't try to cluster that middle.
It's sort of like the NHL All-Star Game where you can't hit. I mean, this reminds me. Girls soccer, lacrosse in general reminds me of that. So that it really favors the scorers.
Girton girls would hit.
They would. You told me about that, and I'm thinking
they would hit.
That's really the only way.
If they were playing an All-Star game, they'd hit. 4.
Pete Rose.
Shot,
there's a
score.
goal. Slam dunk type of goal there for Madeline Madalewski.
This is just it's a clinic right now being put on by South, but this is what I expected this team to do after what I've seen offensively from them. Seen the numbers that have been put up. It's. And the running time is the best thing. And now, so you wonder what Kiki McIntyre wants to do. Doesn't want to embarrass North.
Caitlin West out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to take some people out, but what she's going to do is have her players kind of control the ball a little bit, milk the clock. That's probably one thing that they should work on in this game, because when you have a lead in lacrosse, in a competitive game, say they got a 1-goal lead with 5 minutes left.
That's a strategy. You want to take time off the clock, right?
Yeah, exactly. Milk the clock. So they could probably work on that a little bit during this time. It is running time. They won't have much time, though, but they're not looking at anything here. They're running right down the field.
Karina O'Donnell is number 8 for South. She's out there with Adriana Pasquale, number 17.
It's amazing the view we have of the river this time of year without the leaves on the trees. We don't see this in the fall.
No, it's all filled in.
Right, it's
usually.
all filled in.
Yeah.
Look at this, another chance. Cut in front.
There's a pass, and good job by the Titans defense that time.
Well, they clawed the middle. They did a good job of clawing the middle.
And they get it back to the goaltender. Ellie Brown, number 52.
I tell you, she directs traffic back there, and she's not afraid to mix it up.
North desperately trying to get the ball out of their own end. Jessica.
Yeah, that's their problem too. Is they're
Yeah.
having trouble clearing.
Jessica Peck-Buzek draws the foul. Now she has it. She's converged upon by 5 Panther players. I get the same feeling in watching the girls as I did the boys, as if the South team has too many players on the field. They seem to have so many people around the ball so often and seem to totally outnumber the Titans, and yet the numbers have to be equal. Adriana Pasquale tries to track it down. Loose ball fought for and retained by the Panthers. They're able to keep possession.
North's in a down cycle with lacrosse that has lasted probably the better part of 6 or 7 years.
Ouch.
Remember they had a team that was fairly good, and they played and they had a lot of field hockey kids that were good, and and then they graduated, and I don't think they've really filled it in since.
Madeline Midalewski tried to pass it in tight, and she
Score.
does
Oh,
get
wow.
it to the intended teammate. Sage Devens goes up high for the goal. 17-2, South.
All right, what do you do if you're South right now? If you're Kiki McIntyre, you want your team to. Everyone can see it. Sooner or later, you got to pull the foot off the gas. But you don't want to get in that habit because you've got competitive games coming up on the schedule.
Yeah, but you do. You have to
But
think
you're
about
gonna
it.
have
13 minutes to go.
13
What are you going
minutes
to do?
to go with the running time, which is a good thing for this game.
Face-off midfield. One thing they've done is they've pulled Ella Benzekri off of the face-offs, and still the Panthers managed to come up with it. Loose ball fought for. Wow, that's changed possession 2 or 3 times. Titans win it. Good moves by Rachel Gauthier. She's able to get free of about 5 defenders or opponents. Rachel Gauthier gets a shove. She's gone about 80 yards with the ball at this point, and she's got it all the way behind the South net.
Tell you what, a good game
out
for South is going
Yeah.
to be when they play Sauhegan on Saturday at 11 o'clock. That's going to be a fairly good test for them.
And still with it, Rachel Gauthier. She ran the length of the field. Everybody's giving each other space right now.
We're
as
not
Rachel,
used to looking to our right in this half.
and looking for that open teammate. Sprinting now, Rachel Gauthier still has it.
You got to be happy if you're
In
Kiki
front and stolen.
You got to be happy if you're Kiki McIntyre to see this because
Yeah.
your defense needs to work. Because I'll tell you what, your next game, your defense is going to work because Sauhegan's a pretty good lacrosse team.
Audrey Mullaney is the South netminder here in the second half. South with it.
She the same in the first half, or they
I
split?
think they switched it up.
Yep.
It was 52 Kira Walsh earlier, I think. You know, I didn't say the South goaltender's name very much. We had the goal by Kira Seiss and then goal by Summer St. Pierre on set plays that happened instantly. Otherwise, there's been almost no pressure on the South goalie. We've been looking the other way. 10:35 to go as we fetch the ball from the hedges. You can always tell what time of year it is by the hedges here at Stello's, too.
It's true.
They turn almost bright reddish orange, I think, in the fall. A sprint to the left. Titans trying to set up a goal-scoring opportunity. So that basketball season was so early this year. They started, in earnest in December and stuff. Is anything like that going on in the spring?
No.
No, it just feels like the regular schedule, right? The regular time of
everything's
year.
all regular.
Yeah. In the offensive zone, the Titans attack stalls once again, and back on the attack come South. South, of course, in the white uniforms, North in the dark blues, and spin move. Karina O'Donnell hands it off to Bryn Teft, number 24. Madison Berthiaume on the sideline now to Sage Devens. Sage looking for an opening. She's got a few goals. Bryn Teft. Nevea Eppolito. A little momentary bobble by Abby Roy. You know, to me, it's you stick with your opponent, your defender, and you just, I think, hope for a bobble like that so you can,
Right.
you know, seize pounce upon it, and I think that's where.
Ooh, watch out.
Shot.
Score.
Goal. I didn't see it.
Yep.
It was so quick and low to the right, I guess, but nice goal there. Was that number 3?
2. I believe.
2. Isabella Walsh.
Is there 2 out there?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Isabella Walsh sneaks one past.
And 8:17 left to play. 18-2
Brown.
the score.
Yeah.
Draws. Imagine how much time they must have to practice that during the preseason. They must have to do a lot of work on that.
Yeah. I'd be all about looking up the master face-off people and copying what they do. But you know, at least if you're up against a great team like Bishop Girton or South is great for our purposes here today.
Sure.
One player can make such a huge difference, I think, if you have, like, say, a low pool of players to drop on. If they can you can just have one person that's really good at face-offs and just can win at least half.
Well, that's what Girton does.
Yeah.
J.J. Taylor, one of the best in the state, maybe the best face-off person in the state.
And she probably wins way more than half.
Having boys.
Boys. He wins way more than half of the face-offs.
Now,
right?
what Girton has done is they'll rotate a few people on the draw, but it's trying to find the right combination because you've got to have that other person with them as well.
Right.
So it's a combo deal, but you still, you know, the draw is the key. And when Girton against Bedford in the semis, they went up 5-1.
Save.
Nice save. They went up 5-1 in the semis, the Girton girls did, and then gave up 6 unanswered goals because they kept losing the draw. And they had to make a change in the second half, and it worked.
Audrey Mullaney with that great save for South. Hasn't been forced to make too many, but there was one there. 6 minutes to go in the contest. Only question really is, will South make it to 20? They were up ahead 18-2. Far sideline, number 16 is Sage Devens. Behind the net it goes, Adriana Pasquale. Oh, a bobble and a steal. No, they get it right back. Abby Brown recovers. Good pass, Jenna Hamlin. Hamlin looking at a few cutters. She'll hand it off to Adriana Pasquale. The heir apparent to Caitlin West in that spot, sort of like behind the net, captain of the offense sort of thing, looking for goals to assist on.
Now, see, there's a lot of space involved here. You know, the defenders are not moving up on the players.
Jenna Hamlin.
Shot wide. Good
to the left.
defense there.
Yeah.
North's giving a lot of space. I don't know if that's by rule or by design, because of that ground ball loose, you should be able to try to grab that. You know, if you were up a little closer,
Are you talking about the real rules or the BG girls rules?
Yeah, exactly. BG girls rules.
Yeah,
They'd be
they eliminate the space from what you're telling me.
BG rules. You have a BG girls rules. You have a stick in your face when you wake up the next morning.
Shot doesn't make its way through.
They'll follow you home.
Give me that ball back.
Oh yeah. Good grief.
Down the right hash, the Titans want to get that loose ball, but it's sure-handedly received. And sprinting downfield is Morgan
Told us
Ozdanovich.
how you can coach. I was getting scared on the sideline.
That's great.
We'll see them on Saturday, 1 o'clock.
Yes.
It's Moses Brown, and right before that is maybe almost as good of a game with Sauhegan and South here at 11 o'clock in the morning. See if I can make part of that game. Everything in life is timing. Let's see if I can time my way to get here by 11:45. So I can see
Do we know the long-range
second
forecast, per chance?
I don't think it's supposed to be bad. I think
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a funky weather week.
School vacation week. No beach trips this week, though, I don't think.
In front.
Nice pass. Nice pass,
yeah,
nice
opportunity, though, and even
Yeah.
better coverage there on Meadow Turmel, number 24. She didn't get a chance to shoot that because the defender was right on her. Hard sprint down the middle of the field. This is Nevea Eppolito, was determined to get her first goal, but has broken up. 3 minutes even to go as the clock continues to roll in running time here. South leading 18-2. As the big ball of fire makes its appearance underneath our blinds here in the Stellos press box, going down over the Nashua River. Pass on ahead. Will the Titans sneak another goal past the South goaltender here in the final couple of minutes? They are determined to do so as they
Foul.
too much body contact. That's going to be a restart for the Titans. Number 19 is Sarah Weintraub. Sarah goes behind the goal with it to Summer St. Pierre. She's a playmaker. She tried a wraparound goal attempt and missed. Still Titans ball with 2:05 to go. Clock rolling.
Yeah, and that's 2:05 on your watch because it's running
Yeah.
time, so they're not going to stop the clock at all. So
Sarah Weintraub just on the doorstep there, but she didn't try to stuff it in the top of the net. Now she will. In traffic, still had it, but no. Stripped of possession. And back comes Morgan Ozdanovich. Up ahead.
and now they should just basically try to run around a little bit, kill the clock.
I don't think they're going to do that.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, they're playing like it's 0-0. Abby Roy, spin move. Lost it, gets it back. Abby Roy, maybe you're right. Maybe not going to
she's
shoot
coming
it.
out. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Take their time.
120. Bryn Teft. Sage Devons behind the goal. They don't need another goal, but it's fun to score.
Well, these are kids that are out there.
Exactly,
a lot,
right? They're
So-
trying to make the most of their playing
And that's
time.
the problem when you have football, when you have a JV team. You know, basically your JV team out there at the end of the game in a varsity contest, they want to be able to score.
Nevea
But you
Eppolito,
see
a
the
nice
difference,
pass.
though. The connections isn't there. The precision isn't right.
Yeah.
It's not the same. So that kind of defeats the purpose there. You don't have your regular varsity unit out there controlling the clock and controlling the play.
Titans have,
However, North does
30.
not have that luxury.
yeah,
They don't have the numbers.
trying to get it back. South steals it. Under a half a minute to go in this one. Up ahead, Abby Roy puts the brakes on, goes back to the
19
middle.
seconds left. Everybody yelling for a score.
And no shot.
Nope.
9 seconds.
I think there's going to be one here.
No,
though.
they're going to shoot it and a save, or it
Yeah.
goes off the post. But look at that determination to the last second by the goaltender for North. Ellie Brown.
And that'll do it, folks.
Credit to her.
Nashua South with an 18-2 win over Nashua North.
And a boys-girls sweep.
Yep.
For Tom King, our cameraman Tim O'Neill, and our executive producer Pete Johnson, I'm John Collins. Thanking you for watching. 18-2 victory for the girls of Nashua High South. Good night from Stellos Stadium, everybody.